the calendar, up and down the pyramid in the women's game. So yeah, it's always exciting, and I know I really enjoy it. So I can only imagine what it's like for the players being able to play on it.
Yeah. On preparation, Luton obviously being a promoted side, however they made 11 changes, likes of people from QPI said, Courtney Ward-Chamber, currently their top goal scorer. Is it nice and does it make it easier to prepare when they've got so many changes that you already know about?
I wouldn't say it's nice and easier to prepare. I think what it gives you is a good bit of knowledge about those players and individuals. But then moving to a new club, the coach will want to work in a certain way. They might have a certain style and little moments, but you've just got to find out little patterns and those little things that you need to identify. But I think the biggest thing for me, the mantra I'm trying to put into the players is we need to focus on us and our strengths and qualities, because yeah, the qualities that we have in this squad and the investment and the quality that we brought in this summer has just excelled us from where we were last season. So yeah, we know what we can do. We know the strength of every player in the squad, and yeah, I'm excited to see the team play, how they're going to work, and yeah, just the way that we can go after the game on Sunday. But yeah, in terms of knowing players, it's always good, and yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say it's easier, but it's good to have a bit of knowledge on.
So obviously with the strengthening over the summer, do you feel like you've got a point to prove against Luton after falling short in the last two games? Do you feel like you've got a point to prove to the fans that we are still that team, we want the promotion, and that's what you're going to give them?
Yeah, 100%. I think I like the way that you've put that. It is a point to prove, and it's not really a point to prove to anybody else. It's to ourselves, because I think the players know that the way that we analysed the game last night and looking at the weekend and the previous one as well, where they know what they can do, and I think the thing for me is I know the levels that they can go at, and I think the frightening thing for me is we haven't reached them. We've been nowhere near the potential that I know we can be, and the way that we can work in training. So that'll come over time. If we were hitting our full potential in August, I'd be worried. So yeah, as long as we hit the full potential when we get to February and March, that'll be fantastic. But yeah, there's definitely a point to prove, and yeah, we want to make sure that we're going out there with that little bit of fire in the belly to make sure that we're motivated just for ourselves more than anything.
If you don't get to that full quality that you think you have, do you think that the second place playoff is going to give you a lifeline that is actually okay and that it doesn't matter too much?
No, that's not the way we would look at it. We should take every game as it comes and make sure we focus in the week and the session. But in terms of having that second place now, I think that's something that has been needed and wanted throughout the leagues for many a year. Working in Tier 3 for a few seasons, there was no jeopardy. If you were first, you were up. If you were in the 6th or 7th position and you could have had a little end of season run, there wasn't a playoff place to go for. If you look at the men's championship, a team that's 10th in March could make a run and could be the form team going into the playoffs. That's now what we have in Tier 4 and Tier 3 as well. So it's a great move from the FA and from the guys that are involved in the rules and the changing of that, because ultimately it adds that bit of jeopardy. So it's great for you guys reporting on it. It's fantastic for us as teams, and that a team in 7th or 6th or 5th position could make a little run for it, and 3 wins could mean that they're second, which then it just improves the jeopardy around the league, and some of the games that 7th versus 9th last season that was nothing on it now means a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Just a last one to you. What are the updates on Sarah Quantrill? No, Holly's done such a great job coming in, but I assume she's still first choice, so when is she back?
I think, off the top of my head, a cast will be off September, October time. And she broke a bone, so you just have to wait for the bone to heal, and then after that she has to get fit. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but goalkeepers run that risk because they're always trying to catch the ball and stop it going in the net. So they're going to break a hand or a thumb or whatever it is, and so yeah, Quant's unfortunately has done that. So we're just going to wait for the bone to heal, and then she's got to get herself back fit, and then we see where we go. But I think you've mentioned her there. I think Holly's been fantastic. She had a tough old run at Nottingham Forest. She didn't get a lot of game time and was a squad goalkeeper within that, but for me, she's got huge potential. Still young, still learning, and we've got to accept that and make sure that we help her and we get round her, and make sure that she's in the best place possible to progress her career, because she could have a 15, 20-year career in this game, and she just needs to keep working and keep developing, and yeah, making sure that she bounces back in every game, and she's again improving in every session, which she does.
So moving on to you. I spoke to you at the start of pre-season. We're now 5 games into the season. How have you settled in, and what have you thought of the league compared to what you've had in experience before?
I've settled in well, for sure. I think really, I don't think there's that much of a difference. Obviously, there's a difference in terms of like how much teams train and levels of quality with maybe certain individual players. But I think this league's like any other league. It's hard. You've got to win. You've got to beat what's in front of you. You've got to fight every single game to get results. So I think it's tough. Just similar to the Championship, any team can beat anyone on their day. It's just about who's performing, who's working hard, and really, it's quite similar in that way to any other level I've played at.
Mm-hmm. So you've obviously you come from Blackburn, got to play at their men's stadium, Sheffield United. What is it like playing at these big grounds, and how do you think that'll differ to Carrow Road being with the level of the league?
I think sometimes when you play in these big stadiums and there's not so many fans there, it can be a bit almost eerie and a bit silent. But I think already seeing that we've sold so many tickets for Carrow Road, I'm really excited because I know that the crowd's going to make a big difference for us and properly get behind us. Like we've already seen at the Nest and some of our away games, we've heard them in the crowd. So I'm really excited, looking forward to seeing all the fans that come out, and yeah, I'm excited for it.
So what have you made of the fans so far? So you said about the Nest, the away fans. Is it different to anywhere, or is it the same?
I think it's different in a way because I've obviously been at quite a few clubs, and some clubs, like in the women's game at the moment, some clubs really have a lot of support from the fans, and some clubs don't so much. So I think I'm really impressed by the support. Even the game that I watched, I was in the squad on against Peterborough, just to chat to some of the fans and get to know them and see that they've been coming and had season tickets for the women's side for so long. So I think there's really a passion from the fans to support us. So that's something that's really quite special and is a benefit.
Mm-hmm. So I've spoken to a Luton fan. He thinks they're bringing a few down, quite a few compared to usual. What is it like having that away support? Because you don't really get it at the Nest.
I think for me, when I'm on the pitch, you don't really hear too much. You're just focused in the moment on the game. So sometimes it can be a bit. Some people might find it intimidating, but for me, my focus is solely on what I'm doing on the pitch. So I try to block it out as much as I can.
Final one from me. Settled in. I seem quite quickly as soon as you've taken over as captain. What's that been like?
Yeah, really good. It's been a really good challenge for me. Obviously, the girls have made it easy because they've been so good. So leading them is a privilege, and it's really been quite a straightforward transition for me because I've got the qualities as an individual that I know that I can be a good leader and a good captain, but also you need a good group to lead.
So last one to both of you. I said it to you at the end of pre-season, and I'll say it again. What's something you would like to say to the fans, and why should they come down if they didn't choose to at the start of the season?
I think for the families out there, it's really affordable. It's something that you can come, you'll watch, you'll see Grace lead the team out, and you'll see the yellow shirts buzzing around Carrow Road to make sure that we get the win. The effort, the intensity, everything that you want from a Norwich City side, that's what they're going to show. That's what they're going to see on Sunday. So it'll be a great afternoon. I believe the weather will be stunning. So why not come and join us on Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, just echo what Andy says. Really, just come down. We're going to do everything we possibly can on the pitch to put on a good performance. So hopefully you'll enjoy it, and they'll keep coming back.
Yeah. Thank you from both of you.